Welcome to the broadcast. So glad that you're with us this morning. If you're just joining us for the second hour, please welcome Mr. Trey Wilcox, celebrity chef.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Great
Celebrity Chef Trey.
Thank you.
You're doing all sorts of new things. After Top Chef, you've worked in the restaurant industry for so many years, and you also do a really cool recipe development thing with Central Market.
Yeah, Central Market's a great store. HEB's been picked as probably one of the top 5 companies that work in the world. And, you know, I've been working with Central Market since back in 2007. Back in my executive chef days of being at Abacus, I used to actually teach cooking classes at this Lover's Lane location in Dallas.
With Kent Rathman, one of our favorites,
Totally.
your mentor.
One of my biggest mentors.
Can I ask you, what inspires you to create a recipe? Because recipe developers really intrigue me.
Well, this is the cool thing. Central Market knows what they want. They know what people will eat and can buy. And so they just deal me the project. It's like, here's your marching orders.
Well, so like they say, here, we need this for like a holiday or for spring. And
totally.
And they say we want 15 recipes.
Past projects I've had have been in the Valentine Day box. You go pick up the Valentine box from any Central Market in Texas. I created those recipes.
Wow.
If you went to Central Market recently and had something from the Mediterranean inspired section, you know, trust me, these are just developed recipes that go to
You're
Austin.
not cooking all
they
this
go
stuff.
somewhere else.
You're
I
just
just said this is what
I like
was
together.
approved.
Yeah.
And it's
Their
a great
meals are great though. Like
Yeah.
I love getting their meals. They're affordable. They're great
Very
for the whole
consistent.
family, and they're delicious.
They're
They're
not like
really,
this
really
other place
good.
I like to call Whole Paycheck, but I want to say.
We didn't say that.
Where do you find your inspiration? Like, you go to Mexico and go, I feel like putting together something with a lot of jalapenos.
Inspiration usually always comes from what ingredients are in season.
Right.
Like morels, porcinis, all these cool mushrooms are coming, fiddlehead ferns, peas, favas.
Yes.
So when a chef is moved by inspiration, it's already based on what's in season.
That's
so
right.
then after that, it's always going to bring down to what creativity of food is. How do you manipulate the natural forms of ingredient and reposition them or represent them in an artistic manner?
There you
So
go.
sometimes that just matters on if I want to do a fava bean and wasabi puree, or if I want to do just a fava bean and corn succotash. It just depends on what mood you're
Look at him
in.
just throwing
And
down.
this is
things
why
like
he's
that.
the master.
What do you
Exactly.
mean? That's what I love. It's my passion.
And I love that
You're
you
so
can
good at
do.
it.
Tell us about your cooking classes that you still do now.
You know, the cooking classes I started way back when I was at Marquee Grill, and those are like really exclusive things because you're actually in my home. And I've been doing it for about 2 years now. And I allow 6 people to come sit at the kitchen counter on a Saturday afternoon, let me cook you a 4-course lunch. You know, I'll teach you the techniques, recipes, and execution. And, you know, honestly, I'm going to start a little YouTube series real soon.
Nice.
I paired up with a production company called Pure Production. And on May 7th, you can check it out on YouTube. I'm going to start doing a weekly segment that's going to be called 2 Minutes with Trey.
Good.
And
I
that's,
like that.
YouTube is my channel's Trey Wilcox too.
Very
So,
cool.
you know, I love to give instruction. I love to vomit up the things that I've learned. Because honestly, the more you know, the more you
Don't
worth.
say vomit and food in the same.
Probably not a- that's probably not a good
Regurgitate.
marriage.
Scratch that.
Well, you know, you're talking about YouTube, which is online, but I'm here to tell you that people are still watching TV. Of course, you were on Top Chef. Our show is on television. It is a birthday for television, 75 years old today.
Wow.
Right on.
Yay,
crazy.
happy birthday TV.
Happy
75
birthday,
years.
TV.
And still showing that people watch more television than they do on their mobile phone or online. So
I think
yay,
DVR was
television.
the best invention ever. Being able
Big
to
time.
watch all your shows at once and get through those commercials without having
Yeah.
to watch them.
Oh, I remember when we first got married and we would be going somewhere, but our favorite show was going to be on, and I would say to Bill, "Oh, did you set the VCR? We got to tape. We got to tape that. Oh, we forgot to set the VCR."
I think my parents still do. Still
Really?
do set the VCR. Yeah.
My wedding tape is on a
VHS.
Yeah.
Mine
you can
too.
get those switched over.
I
you
should.
know.
I should probably do that.
I want to mention this story because it was brought to our attention, and I think it goes to the argument that about second opinions and how important it is to do that. This happened in Georgia, in Perry, Georgia, a little town outside of Atlanta, and several people were told that they had benign cancer tumors, that they were fine. Turns out they were not fine, and one of the techs, her name is Rachel Raypreger, ends up that she falsified hundreds of reports because she was backlogged on paperwork and she felt the pressure of being backlogged, and so now she pleaded guilty to 10 misdemeanor charges of reckless conduct, 1 felony charge of computer forgery, sentenced to serve up to 6 months in jail, 10 years on probation. But these people's lives were forever changed. You know, to be told that you don't have cancer, to find out later that you do and that it's grown to a different stage.
And many times, if it's in stage 4s or what have you, it's too late.
Yeah. So I don't know. You know, we all read this story and cringed and thought, you know, I think it's always a good idea to get a second opinion, make sure that, you know, you want to be able to trust your medical workers.
Absolutely.
But, you know, unfortunately, sometimes that happens. So yeah, so just
Horrible.
a heads up to
Horrible.
everybody.
Not cool.
Also, did you know that secondhand stress is a real thing? Yeah, if y'all are stressed out, you're actually infecting me with secondhand stress.
It happens.
It's true. There was actually a study done about it and about how it can be contagious. And so, this study was pointing out all the different ways that you can sort of protect yourself against it. And of course, that's all the things that we know about de-stressing your life. You know, unplugging from your mobile devices. Taking deep breaths, realizing when you're in a stressful situation or around a person. Don't y'all have those people in your life that stress you out just because everything about them is drama? Yeah, get rid of those
Or
people.
like my old job. It was just stress. You walked in the door and you could just feel it.
Yes. So if you're stressed out, don't stress out the people around you. It's contagious.
Well, just pay attention to who you surround yourself with and distance yourself from those who are negative energy, you know?
Exactly. Only the positive people. Will you laugh for us, please? Because it puts me in such a good mood. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
I'm gonna charge you.
There it is. See, there we go. You just make
I
me
need to
happy.
make an app for it. I need to laugh for a second.
It's pure happiness. It is pure happiness. People could pay for that.
Can't you imagine him as a baby? Can you imagine him as a baby with that little baby belly laugh?
Viral.
The first time his mom heard his giggle, she's like, "Oh my gosh, he's got the
honestly,
best laugh ever."
my father's laugh is very similar. It's high pitch and it's just a different tone, but it's weird. I don't ever understand it.
It's so good.
You know?
Okay, when we come back, you know him as Nick, one of the ever-charming warblers on Glee, and this talented actor and singer, Kurt Mega, is here in studio with us. We'll be right back.